In Affinity 3, you can create all kinds of circular designs, such as this scaled circular multicoloured design. You can also create ones that are equidistant circles. A whole variety of different designs are possible, PC or Mac, and I'm going to show you how now. Go to the ellipse tool in the tools panel, select that, hold down the shift and click and drag to create your circle design. Now I'm going to duplicate it. I can do that using the move tool. You could of course manually do it as well, perfectly reasonable, but I'm just going to go here with the move tool selected, press return or enter on the keyboard. And now you can enter scale. I'm going to go for something like 90. I want it to be reduced quite a bit, so 90%, and this is going to be done 10 times. So I'm just going to go here, duplicate, and I'm going to enter 10 and then click OK. And now if I drag over this, you can see you've got all these paths and they're all decreasing. And you can see over here in the layers panel, I've got all these layers and I can select them individually here. Unfortunately, there's no random colour feature. You can't sort of create different colours automatically. It'd be really nice if you could, but I don't think there's any feature for that. Please let me know in the comments below if you know a way. Well, with that selected, I can change the colour. And now I can select this one, and I can change the colour for that one, and select this one. Just simply go to the here and select the different swatches. That's a quick, easy way of doing it. Now, of course, you could set up all kinds of different palettes of ones that you can use. So I've got here lots of different ones that can be maybe all greens, all reds, all blues, etc. And I'm just going to now go through all of these. So now you've got your circular design filled with random colours. Of course, you can vary them in all kinds of combinations. Also, you can always add adjustment layers on top to recolour them as well, if you wish to do that. Also, once you've created it, you might like to save it. You don't want to create it again and again and again. So just drag over it with the move tool. And with that, right click and then group. You can then go to your assets. And I've already created a category. You can just go to the right side menu here, click here and create a category. I've gone for circles, circles 1. And with that, I can go down here to the second one here, click there, and this one's selected, add from selection. They need to be grouped. If you don't group them, it will create lots of assets, but they will all be individual, which is not really probably what you want. So add from selection. And now you've got that. And you can always then, at any point, let's just remove this one now, simply just drag over. So it's great for very quickly creating maybe a whole document with lots of circle designs like this. So let's just remove those. Also, what you can do, you'll notice that in there, they're scaled. So the distance here is slightly different from the distance there, and slightly again and again and again, all the way down. But it's super quick and easy to set that up again in Equidistant. Let's just go over here to layers again, and I'm just going to expand this out so you can see all of these circles. And again, I can set the bottom one. And what I can do, I can set the size for the whole thing, because it makes it easier if you set a size. The way I do that, the transform panel. So let's just actually select all of them. That's probably a good thing. And you've got here the width here, 1351. So I'm just going to enter 1500. So 1500, and luckily it doesn't actually, it just sets them proportionally. So it hasn't sort of put them all to 1500. Now you can see if I click here, you've got all the various options here. You've got light and weights, so you can set different things there if you want as well. And also, let's just click up here. You've got usual selection of commands there. Next thing to do, I'm now going to select them individually. So that one, 1500, that's the first one. Then select the next one, and I'm going to go for, let's say 100. I want 100, a gap of 100 each time. Again, unfortunately, that move feature does not do that. It'd be really great if it had that option. I don't know why they haven't added it, but it's not available. So what you can do, you can go here and you can just simply go, let's say 100. I'm just going to go 1400. Now, make certain you link it. You've got here the transform Of course, all the panels, you find window, general, you've got layers, assets, swatches and transform, all in the general panel there. Okay, 1400, then select the next one and enter down here in the width and height, 1300. And then go to the next one. Now you'll notice they're slightly skewed, which is not great. However, there is a quick workaround, just align them. So again, move tool selected, just drag over all these. With them all selected, you need to align it. Now, unfortunately, there's no option here for alignment. Certainly nothing here that I can see. You can customize it. You can always customize it. You've got view and customize, etc. All the various customize options. But a quick way, just go from pixel to layout. And luckily in here, you can find the alignment. It's up here, just up here, alignment. Just click here and then align here. Just go for center, align center, and again, align middle. Click that. And you can see now you've got all your rings, all equidistant very quickly in Affinity 3. Again, I can save it to my assets. So make certain you've got the move tool selected, drag over all of them, right click, and again, just go down here to group. And with that, go to assets. And again, down to this menu, the second menu, click here and add from selection. And you can save it. And then of course, what you can do, you can always just drag over and drag over like that and drag over there. Of course, I could have created a circle design that goes all the way through to the center. I've just left it with obviously a bit of a gap there. You're probably thinking, well, I don't want a circle design. I want a rectangle or maybe a star design. Well, you can use this design with that as well. Now, unfortunately, you can't use it to actually create, say, really complex designs where you've got this contour design of all the different colours. That would be a great feature, but this is not going to be able to do it. But what you can do is just select this, go to Edit and Cut. And it's gone. But what you can now do is you can go over here, and I'm just going to go back to the pixel. You could use vector, etc. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to go here. And this time I'm going to go to the rectangle tool. So rectangle tool, click and drag, just create a quick rectangle. With that, you can then go to edit and then down here to paste and paste inside. That's what you want to do, paste inside, slightly different from just your standard paste, but paste inside. And now you've got your circles inside that. And you can then move these around so you can resize it. Long as you've got it selected here, you can see in layers, you've got this one say, not the rectangle, and then you can reposition it like that to create a nice circular design inside that rectangle. Go to the star tool, click and drag, got a star there now, do exactly the same, edit, and then just down here to paste, and then paste inside. And then you've got your star with your circular design again, make certain you select the group there, and just reposition it. You can drag it around and create all kinds of colourful stars like that. At the moment, it's a vector design, but you can always turn it into a pixel design. With this selected, just go right click and then rasterize. With it rasterized, you can then go down here and go to effects, maybe apply effects such as 3D, like that. Close that. And also maybe go to pixel, filters, maybe blur effects, distort, maybe deform, twirl, etc. to create all kinds of unusual designs with that. Again, lovely circular design. You can also create some text using the artistic text tool. With that, you can then go again up to edit and then down to paste and inside. And then you've got your text with your circular design inside. If you want to reposition it, simply go here to the group, and what you can do, just move it around, reposition it. Also, you can scale it as well. So if you want slightly bigger circles, you can do that as well. You can also use the paste inside to paste inside again. So let's just quickly apply a circle. And I'm just going to quickly go here to edit, and again down here to paste and inside. And you can see I can just move that around like that. But also, while I've got that selected, I can also hold down the Alt or Option key and drag and just duplicate that. And again, drag there, maybe resize it as well. And maybe create another couple of copies. So let's just create another one and hold down the Alt or Option again. And you can see you can create some fairly complex designs like that. And of course, you can also recolor them as well by using adjustments. Then just select the top ellipse here, and again, edit, and then again, cut. And with that, you can just go here again to the ellipse tool and create another ellipse, or of course, any other shape, maybe a square, etc. And exactly the same, go to edit, and then down to paste and inside. And then you've got this design. And again, you can then move that up there and hold down the Alt or Option key again on the keyboard and duplicate that and duplicate that and so on. You can create all kinds of super colourful abstract designs super quick using this approach. And I'm just going to add a few more there to create something fairly colourful and abstract. Hope you found this of interest. Any questions or thoughts, please let me know in the comments below. Bye.